Next we have paper ID ICIECS 21101 on the title Rotino Docket, going to be presented by Nivedhitha, Mr. Karthikeyan and Dr. Lata Mageshwari. Please be aware of the buzzer sound after 10 minutes.
Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Yes, ma'am. Is my screen visible, ma'am?
No, yeah, now. Put it in full screen mode.
Yes, ma'am. So good afternoon to all. So I'm Nivedhitha DP from the Department of Artificial Intelligence and Data Science, first year, currently doing in RMK Engineering College. My topic is Rotinera Docket. This basically means everyday applications in Persian language. So I've designed a website wherein this acts as the roof for various everyday applications which we use in our day-to-day lives. These include our calendar and analog clock, the weather forecast, sticky notes, calculator, and a stop clock. So this I've designed using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So the main objective of my project is to design a simple website wherein this will be user-friendly. That is, it reduces the task of the user. That is, we cannot use all the applications simultaneously in other websites, wherein in my website, as it is present under one roof, it will be easy to access. So this is set live and it is partially interactive too. So these are the software and the hardware which I have used. I have used the Sublime Text Editor and CSS, HTML, and JavaScript as I mentioned before. So this is my outline of my project wherein the website will have the name of the website and these are the 7 other tabs which will be present. So the calendar which will be displaying the day, month, and the year. And this calendar also will highlight today's day, that is the present day, and a simple analog clock which has been programmed only for the hours hand, minutes hand, and the seconds hand. And the background is a static image. And the weather report, we will be able to enter the city and it will display us the temperature in degrees Celsius and the climate of that particular place at present. And a sticky note which will enable us to add a note and display a note, and also we can delete a note after that particular task is over. And a simple calculator which only performs addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. This can also take place in decimal numbers. And I've added a clear and a delete option for making it more user friendly. And a stop clock wherein the input is given in seconds and it will have the options to start and stop the timer in between. And at the end, it displays time up when the slot is complete. So this is how my website looks like. So there are 7 tabs. So when I click the home page, it displays me welcome to Docket O'Clock. So this welcomes the user. And when I click calendar as the option, it displays a proverb. And then it displays the current month. As today is 7th May, it displays May 2021 and it highlights today's date so that it will be easy for the user. And it is by default, it'll show us May as 2021. We need not scroll to today's date. The same way, the previous month's date will be a bit dim compared to the dates of the present month. And this not only displays only 2021 or the particular year, it also displays 2022 or anything. The years and months can be managed by this next button and the previous button shown here. So the same way, next, when I click the clock button, it displays a normal proverb and it displays me the analog clock. This is set live. It is showing time according to the Indian Standard Time. And this normally displays the time. And next is the weather report, wherein we will have the space to enter the city and give a search button. It will display as the location which we have entered and the temperature in degrees Celsius and the climate in this format. So for example, if I give Chennai as the input and click search, it will display 45 degrees Celsius. This is the present temperature in Chennai and it will show cloudy. So this is what it happens. And if I give an invalid input except a city or a country, it will display me as city not found. So this is what it displays if I give an invalid input and ask the user to enter a valid input again. So next is my sticky notes. Here I have the option as click me to add and click me when done. If I say click me to add, it will display a note wherein I can type anything, a meeting or a important note or any data which has to be stored, like a sticky note. So when I click me when done, so it gets saved as a sticky note. Wherein it will be helpful for us to make note of important things and important timings of our everyday activities and make a note of it. The same way, after adding all the sticky notes, any number of sticky notes can be added. And after a particular task is completed, we can just simply double click the sticky note so that that gets deleted, which eventually means we have completed that particular task and we can add more sticky notes as per our wish. And next is a simple calculator. So here I have the basic operations and the decimals also. For example, if I give 7 into 8 and I click the equal to button, it displays me 56. So any normal everyday we use simple calculations, so this can be performed on this calculator. So at last is the stop clock. This stop clocks only take the input in seconds. And if I give submit, for example, I give 10 seconds and I give start, it starts decreasing. It says 10, 9, and so on. And in between, it will also give me an option to stop in between, so that if I stop, for example, if I've stopped at 4 seconds and it will ask me to continue at what time. So if I give continue and at last it displays time up when the slot or the time duration is complete. So the main scope of my project is like this calendar will be useful for planning our everyday events so that we can plan in prior. And this analog clock can be displayed in exam centers as well, wherein a large amount of people are using the same application on a one particular screen, so that it will be useful in exam centers. And the weather can be used to tell us the climate and the temperature at the particular place if we want to visit them. And the sticky notes, as we all know, it's used for everyone, from the students to the businessmen. Everyone uses sticky notes. So to prioritize their work and make a note of their work and perform this task in a simpler way. And this calculator not only as a everyday calculator, this can also be used for online teaching as well for primary students, so that these maths classes which are going on online can be used or can be taught using this calculator also. And this stop clock plays an important role in task and debates, wherein the time is the main factor. So it will help us to note the times of how many people are taking how much time. So that will be helpful for us using the stop clock. So I would like to conclude by saying my web application is bringing everything together under one roof, and it is making it more user friendly, so that it also helps the user to personalize their everyday activities on the whole, as it has almost all the primary applications used in a day. And my future enhancements are bringing in some important dates in the calendar and also allowing the user to add more inputs, for example, birthdays and important festivals. And also I'd like to bring in season background according to the month, and also pull down menu. Rather than clicking next button to go to the next year or the next month, the user will be able to select the month and year directly. And an alarm clock wherein it gives a beep sound, which can be implemented in future. And a clock which not only displays the Indian Standard Time but also of various countries. So that will also my future enhancement. And I also plan to bring in the weather report by accessing my current location. And also I have planned to bring in the scientific calculator, which would be more useful for students also. So these are my references, and thank you.
So thank you, thank you very much. Very wonderful presentation you have done today.
Yeah,
Thank
very
you,
nice
sir.
presentation, sir.
Yeah, very good. So being a first year engineering student, you have done well. You have initiated. Have you completed the implementation part?
I've not created a domain yet, sir.
Oh, very good. So please share with us also after completing this.
Sure, sir,
In
definitely, sir.
RMK Engineering College website, if you go to that website, there is a menu called RMK Store. There also you can share,
Sure,
so that
sir.
everybody will make use of that. I have only one question. So
Yes, sir.
how do you collect the data about the weather?
I've linked it to the Google API link, sir, so that will be accessing the present location and the temperature in that particular place, and it will be linked to my website, sir.
So it will automatically give you the complete
Yes,
data,
sir.
even if the temperature varies.
Yes, sir.
That's nice. Very good.
Thank you, sir.
So my appreciation goes to you and your team also, your mentor
Thank you,
also.
sir.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, sir.
Nice presentation.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you for presenting.